All right. Peace and blessings, Shalom family. This is Brother Azariah back with another video. All right. First off, before I start this video, if you guys cannot handle the truth, don't even waste your time listening to my videos. This is directed towards the conscious brothers and sisters out here who are willing to learn, regardless of what title you call yourself. This is directed towards you. I'm gonna mainly say the Kemetic or African or whatever you call yourself, and my spiritual brothers. This is directed towards some of y'all who study and read the Bible. Now, first to my Kemetic brothers and sisters, the ones who are willing to learn, because I have some Kemetic brothers and sisters that say, I'm always willing to listen and learn. I don't know everything, and I'm still a student. So, as we know it, as Hebrew Israelites, iron sharp as iron. Now, like I said, this is not for people who are used to watered down churchy sermons that's going to get tickle your ears and tell you what you want to hear. This is directed towards people who can handle the truth and hardcore truth. And like I said, I know everybody can't handle the truth, but truth hurts. So if you're willing to listen, just listen to the video. If you're not, you don't agree with it, just kick rocks, cut the video off, and don't sit here and listen to the video and go read some stupid comment on my videos. Let's be mature adults here. Now, it's that simple. Now, to my Kemetic brothers and sisters out here who are willing to learn and who don't think they know everything. Listen, the white man did not just give you that book like they say. Oh, it's the white man's book, and they gave us that book, and it's all made up. Number one, partially, yes, he did give us that book. So part of what you're saying is true. He did give us that book, which was taken and put together from other things that they found pertaining to sacred texts of our ancestors. Okay, throughout the land. It took years and years and years of putting this together. Now we know throughout history, these sacred texts was taken when they conquered and took our land and burnt down our temples, our sacred temples and stuff. And they found these texts and they started taking it, and they knew it was something valuable, so they started collecting it, and they basically put it together as what we know today called the Bible, which was in other tongues that were translated by other melanated people, which proves that he didn't just have number one, he did not have the education to just come up with all this and say, all right, we gonna just make all this up. This is all information that was already documented, and stories that our ancestors left, and other things pertaining to prophecies and other things that our ancestors left, and they just basically added certain things in there, and then they came up with the agenda, as you say, which would makes it the white man's book, to control the slaves and to make us think a certain way, because they wanted to give us the way of thinking. So number one, they didn't want us to read at first, so they didn't just give us that book and say, here, read. No, that's common sense. That if he didn't want it, and the real story is he didn't want us reading it at first. He didn't even want us reading at all, anything, because they wanted us to be uneducated, because they know where we came from. We were gods and goddesses, and we were ruling the planet. So after they whooped all that out of us, why would they want us to get back to that knowledge? So they didn't want us reading at first. That's the real story. They didn't just give us make this book up and say, here, read, like y'all saying it, and this is the white man's book, so here, read my book. No, BS, not true. So what they did was they said, over time, when they start analyzing our behavior on the plantations, and said, you know what, give them niggas the book, give them the Bible. We're gonna let them read, and then, because they saw that we were mentally destroyed anyway. Most of us, we were arguing and debating over different stuff all day, and they saw how we were so divided. So they said they ain't gonna be able to. They're not gonna be able to understand this the real what's really going on in this Bible. So we'll give them a white image of Christ, which was taken from another brother that really was and other individuals that were really of our ancestors that were throughout the land. And they basically said we're gonna give them a white image of these individuals, so we would be looked at as gods, because they know we were the true gods and goddesses. So give them a white image of Caesar Borgia. That's who that really is. Y'all used to see him hanging up in grandma's house. That's not Christ. Okay, Caesar Borgia. Look it up if I'm lying. And he was gay, and he had a lover named Leonardo da Vinci. For those who are familiar with him, which painted the picture of the picture you used to seeing of the Last Supper of those white folks at the table. Uh, Last Supper. Okay, that you used to seeing hanging up in grandma and auntie house. Most of y'all black folks. Okay, so that's not Christ. Okay, or Yeshua or Yahweh Shai. That's not him. Okay, so so let's go further. And so committed brothers. So like I said, for those who are willing to learn, he did not just give us that Bible and say, "Here, read my book. This is the white man's book. I want you to read." No, he agenda which he had behind giving us the Bible to control slaves by setting up this system of, okay, now let them read because they're divided anyway. So they're gonna just argue and debate all day. So get on the Bible and let's set up pastors and bishops. So then they was trying to read it to us in their they would get up on the pulpit and teach us what he wanted us to know and his interpretation of the Bible. Because we knew if we read it ourselves, we would know and we'll be more in tune spiritually to know it was us in the Bible and that's our history. So he gave us his interpretation and put that white image up, and we start visualizing it as white people, and the white people is talking about in these stories. See what I'm saying? So that's what he did, and the agenda behind it was to control us mentally and to look at him as gods with these image things. So that's what that was all about. Okay, it's not a white man's book. What makes it the white man's book, if you want to look at it that way, is the agenda that I just explained to you that he had behind it, putting up the white images to throw us off and setting up bishops and pastors and hiring some of your family members and this, that, and other to get up there on that pulpit and teach his lies and go through his seminary school. That's the truth, people. Because the original tongue these books were written in was Aramaic, Hebrew, and Greek, which are the tongues of our ancestors. So that is the truth, people. Uh, I want to see comments on the video, and I'll be back with another video to go further into this. Shalom.